What's poppin' YouTube? Today's a beautiful day. The birds are out and chirping, and we're out here about to film a How to Tuesday at my local skate park in Long Beach, California. Howdy. And I know I've been doing a lot more advanced tutorials lately, so I want to scale it back a little bit, and we're going to do something a little more traditional. We're going to work on the Smith grind today. I know a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments, so let's get to it. Alright, so we'll see how long my bike lasts in that position, which I don't have a lot of faith, but we'll see. Alright, so for the Smith grind, there's going to be a few prerequisites like usual. Number one, bunny hopping. I want you to be able to not only bunny hop as high as the ledge, but I want you to be able to bunny hop onto it. Number two, double pegs. Have those on lock. If you have both of those requirements pretty dialed, then you're ready to take it to the Smith grind. So basically, as you can see behind me, a Smith grind is when you have your front peg on the ledge and your back tire is rolling on top of it. And the reason why you want to be able to bunny hop onto it is because that's going to be basically your safety net. When you don't feel comfortable and you're approaching the grind, you basically just hop onto the ledge and double tire it, and you're home free. So let's get to it. Step number one, you're going to approach the ledge like you would a double peg or a feeble or any other grind. You're not going to be 100% parallel to the ledge. You're going to be coming at a slight angle. And then what you're going to want to do is, personally, I hop as if I'm going to double tire, and then basically I just position the front peg on the ledge and then kind of swing my back end onto the ledge. A really crucial aspect of this grind is how you position your back tire on the ledge. If you swing it too far into the ledge, that'll actually slow you down because your tire will be sliding as opposed to just basically cruising on the ledge. And if you don't swing it far enough, then it'll basically be right on the edge and it'll just pop off and you'll fall into a double peg. So I recommend, usually when a ledge has like this kind of surface and it's like about this thickness, you want to keep your tire in this area. You don't want to keep it on the actual edge right here, and you don't want to keep it on the cement. You want to keep it about 2/3 of the way in. So we have this third, and this third, so you want to keep it right in this position. Okay, so now that you have your back end cruising along the edge of the ledge, the next thing is to worry about the front end. And one important thing to mention is that when you're actually getting your front end on, you want to be kind of slightly leaned back, and you don't want to keep a lot of the weight over the bars. The reason for that is that you want your peg to like naturally kind of grind on it without having to be forced on. And if you have too much weight on the front end, your peg will just dig into the ledge and maybe your fork will even catch. You want to keep your arms kind of like lightly and then just basically be gentle when you position the peg. And then you want to lean back so that your weight is almost like kind of like in the position of a manual. And lastly, the dismount. Basically, you can kind of like form like a slight, old school double tire hop off the ledge, or you can kind of like slightly nollie off. It's really straightforward. A lot of times you can really just lift the front end and then your back tire will just roll off the ledge. Alright, so now that we have all the concepts individually in our head, let's put it all together. Number one, approach the ledge at the speed you would a traditional double peg or feeble. You want to be slightly at an angle. You want to hop on and make sure you swing your back end onto the ledge and then gently position the front peg on the ledge as you kind of lean back in a manual position. Once you're actually on the grind, you want to make sure that you keep, again, your weight pretty lightly on the front end, stay in a straight line, and then have your tire just slightly over. That way you have a lot of like runway area for your tire to go left and right. And when you're ready to come off, basically just lift the front end and kind of either let your back tire roll off, or you can just kind of like double tire hop off. This grind doesn't require too much troubleshooting. Basically, if you're not getting up high enough, just keep practicing bunny hop onto the ledge. If your tire keeps kind of like rolling off and you fall into a double peg, then just basically whip the back end further into the ledge, but don't over exaggerate. And if your front end is coming off, then that means you're just not hopping high enough. Or if you're coming to like a complete stop, or you're basically flipping over the handlebars, then that just means that your weight is shifted too far forward. So again, get in the position kind of like a manual and then lightly put the front peg down, as opposed to like jam your whole weight and your front end onto the grind, because then it'll cause you to go OTB over the bars. And I mean, basically that's virtually it. Smith grinds are super fun, just like basically every BMX trick I mentioned. Every trick is fun. but it's really challenging because you can do it, you know, over grinds, like you can do over smiths, you can smith rails, and you know, the next progression is obviously, you know, the tricks in and out of it. So, you know, smith hards, crank flip to smith, bar to smith, 180 to smith. Like, there's a ton of different variations, and I'm sure you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with it. So get to it. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for me here today at Howden. If you enjoyed the tutorial, don't forget to like the video, share it, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment in the description. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. Alright, so now I gotta wrap up this video because I'm headed to LA to shoot another vlog. So shortly after this vlog drops, there'll be another video you can anticipate today. So yeah, a lot of work cut out for me today. Alright, I gotta go. Peace.